Hey guys, it's Candy. I am coming at you with my week 11 update. I had the vertical sleeve gastrectomy with Dr. Evanson at St. Vincent Carmel Bariatric Center of Excellence on March 25th. My surgery weight was 248.6 pounds. Last week I came at you guys at 201 pounds. Yeah, that's right. 201 pounds for week 10. And this week I am 200 pounds. 200 pounds. Yeah, so I lost 1 pound. So I'm still not in Wonderland. Technically, today's Wednesday, and Tuesday I was not in Wonderland, which is when I weigh in. But I'm so close, I weighed myself this morning. And I might be. But I'll let you know next week. So I am down, what is that, 48 pounds now? What? 48 pounds in 11 weeks. That's insane. So I had a little bit of issues this week with eating, which I've not really had. I feel like my food has been pretty good. I feel like I do pretty good following the rules as far as like not eating crap food and getting in my water, and I struggle sometimes with my protein, but for the most part I've been getting it in lately. Struggle a lot with my supplements. We're not going to talk about that. But this past week I ate really terrible food. Like it was almost like I was emotionally eating, but before, when I emotionally ate, I would binge eat. Like I was stressed, I would eat and eat and eat and eat and eat. I can't physically do that anymore. I can't, it's uncomfortable. Eating too much food makes me ill, so I don't do it. But I did go, like one day this week, I went and got food from Taco Bell. And I got like a hard taco supreme, and I got a chicken quesadilla with sour cream. And I literally ate those two things all day long. Like because I obviously I can't eat the whole thing. I could eat like half a taco. I could eat like half the quesadilla, and I like literally like spread it out. So I ate Taco Bell all day. That's all I ate all day long. And then I had like a piece of breakfast pizza from the gas station that morning and ate like a half a piece of that. So I guess what I'm saying is I'm a little concerned about the fact that I'm getting so close to Wonderland and I'm almost there, and now all of a sudden I'm like eating really terrible. And it's not like I couldn't have eaten like I could have eaten like this 2 weeks ago. I mean, I could have eaten little amounts of food all the way through the day, and bad food, and so I guess I'm a little concerned about self-sabotage. And that like I was emotionally eating, but I wasn't emotionally binging. It was like I was eating that food that tastes really good but is really horrible for you and doesn't make me feel good at all by any means. Like I can eat it, but it doesn't fuel me like healthy food does. So I'm concerned about doing that pretty much all week. And I lost a pound this week, and there's at least one day a week, or 1 week a month that I've only lost a pound every month. So I'm not concerned about the weight loss. I'm not concerned that I only lost 1 pound. So this conversation does not stem from the fact that I only lost a pound this week. The pound doesn't really mean a whole lot. It's just the fact that I ate really bad this week. And like I said, I was emotionally eating this week, and I don't feel like I've done that to date. So, what is scary about getting under 200 pounds? I don't know exactly, honestly. All kinds of things. I mean, there's like random things, like, I don't know, the compliments or the looks or the being noticed. And I'm kind of an attention whore. Like, I'm not gonna, I like attention. I do. I really enjoy it. And I like being in big crowds of people, and I'm very social and yada yada yada, but I don't particularly like people commenting about my weight, or letting me know that they notice my weight. Like, does that make sense? Like, whether I gain it or lose it. But I feel like because of my past, and because of the fact that I lost weight so publicly the first time, that everybody in the world feels like they have a right to an opinion about what I weigh or about how I look, and it's really frustrating. And it's, when I'm losing weight, it's whatever, because they're like, oh, you look great. Oh, you're losing weight again. Oh, it's when I start to put weight back on that is really frustrating, because they'll be like, oh, you're really putting on some weight, or, oh man, you've really gotten quite a bit bigger than you were last year. I mean, people just feel like, since I put my weight out there once before, that my weight then will forever be like a topic of conversation, and I'm kind of tired of it being the topic of conversation. So that, and like everyone, I feel like people now feel like they have to explain to me, like when they're eating bad in front of me, I get this old like, oh, I'm only eating this ice cream because I only eat ice cream one day a week, and I just happen to be with you this one day of the week, and that's why I'm eating this. And I'm like, I don't care that you're eating ice cream. I want to eat ice cream. I'll probably eat ice cream with you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, people feel like, and they never did that when I was heavy. They would just eat it, and like there was never an apology, and there was never an explanation about it. But now that I've lost weight, people like want to like explain to me why they're eating bad or why they're making poor food choices. And I don't care. I mean, I don't care how you eat. It's up to you. As long as you're not my kid and I don't have to like monitor your food intake and what you're eating, then I don't care what you eat. And I don't care what size you are. And yeah. So there's that. So it's like, I guess part of that goes along with like people treating you differently. People act differently around you when you're a certain size. And I was watching some of Lessa Sarah's older videos. Actually, it's not that old. It was like just a few months old. Talking about the choice to tell people or not to tell people, and how she like told some close friends. And as most of you guys know, I haven't told anybody. My sister knows, and my fiance knows that I had surgery. Nobody else knows that I had weight loss surgery. And I was very adamant about not telling anybody, about being very specific about not putting that out there. One, because I don't want people talking about it. I don't want people talking behind my back. I didn't want them to talk to my face. I didn't want them talking about it. I don't want to talk about it. I wanted this to be my journey, and I wanted it to be on my own time and in my own space and in my own head, I guess. I don't want to discuss it with people. I don't want people asking me questions about it. And I don't mean like you guys. That's not what I mean at all. Obviously, I make these videos for a reason. I make these videos to journal my journey, and just to like help people, hopefully inspire people, to make a change, whether it's to have weight loss surgery or to get out and exercise or to go skating or, or hopefully like teach them how to interact with their kids about weight and issues with their weight and food and nutrition and just different things. So obviously I'm putting these videos out there, which seems silly if I'm really adamant about not telling anyone in my personal life, but frankly, I don't trust my friends. I'm not worried about. I have amazing friends. I have great friends. It's more family, I guess, that I'm worried about. I don't want to lose weight, and then people are like, oh, she had surgery. Oh, well, she had surgery. Oh, well, that's easy for you because you had surgery. Well, you know what? I've worked my ass off, and I worked my ass off before I had the surgery, and I'm working my ass off now, and it is very difficult. Now, is it way easier to lose weight with this surgery than it was before? Absolutely, but I've lost 70 pounds before, too, without surgery. So this is definitely just something that I use. It has made it easier. I'm not going to lie. I mean, it's definitely made it easier because I can't binge eat. I can't do some of the things I did before. And I know eventually I probably will be able to. But yeah, so also, I feel like when you have surgery and you're 350 or you're 400 pounds, I feel like people may judge you less for having weight loss surgery because they think, oh, well, you're big and people can see you and you're physically big. So they think, well, yeah, you definitely need to have surgery because it's a health issue. But when you're 250 pounds and you're really active and you have weight loss surgery, there's a lot of judgment that goes along with that. There is a lot, maybe even a lot more than what I originally thought. I remember going in for like all of my pre-op testing and the nurse being like, why are you having surgery? And I was like, because? And she's like, well, you're not even that big. And I was like, I mean, granted, I was 250 pounds. That's pretty big. I'm 5'6.5". I also carry my weight really well for a couple reasons. One, I work out a lot. I work out 9 hours a week. I've been working out 9 hours a week for 5 years. So I am somewhat muscular. And also, the first time that I lost weight, I had a tummy tuck. I had an extended tummy tuck. They removed 9 pounds of excess skin. I didn't have to have liposuction. I had really great muscle tone. But I got rid of all of my excess skin around my stomach. And so my stomach is really flat. So for a 250-pound girl to have a flat stomach, I looked smaller than 250 pounds. So that's another reason I also chose not to tell people, is that because I was only 250 pounds and I wasn't 3 or 350 or 400, people tend to look a little differently at you. Like, I only had 100 pounds extra to lose. Like, why can't I lose 100 pounds extra? Or I only had 50 pounds extra to lose. So why didn't I lose the extra 50 pounds on my own? Why would I have to have surgery if that's, it's easier to explain that if you're 300 pounds, or if you're 400 pounds, you can say, that's an insurmountable amount of weight to lose on your own. So people are a little more understanding. But yeah, and even in my support group, the leader of my support group even mentioned it in front of everyone, and she was like, well, she goes, no offense, she goes, but you're considered a lightweight. And I was like, and she was like, I don't mean that negatively. She goes, I'm just saying that that's what you're called. She's like, you're not that big. And she was like, I think actually the conversation was about telling people and not telling people. And she was like, so you're going to be judged differently. And I was just like it's really weird, because it's like, when I'm in like my normal world, I'm the biggest girl and the heaviest girl in everything I do. And then it's like I come into this bariatric world and I'm the smallest. And so it's like you get judged for being too big, and then you turn around and you get judged for being too small. It's just like this weird in between. And it's kind of like a weird dynamic with both groups, I feel like. There was Olivia said something, my daughter, I talk about her a lot, but she, I have 2 sons too, but I talk about her a lot. I don't know, she's usually the one talking more. So she said something the other day about, she shaved her head. Yeah, this is Olivia for you. She like shaved like a little piece out of her head like this. And so it's growing back now, and it's kind of like sticking out. So she always puts like a headband in her hair. Well, she's been wearing a headband now for so long that it's like denting her hair. And so I'm like trying to explain to her, like, you need to put your hair up in different ways, because you're going to have a big dent in your hair from where you're wearing that headband all the time. And she was like, no, she's like, because then people will see my hair and they will make fun of it. And I was like, I thought you didn't care what people said. I was like, I thought you didn't care if people made fun of you. And she's like, well, I do. I don't want them to talk about me. And I was like, well, would you rather them say it to your face, or would you rather them say it behind your back? And she's like, I just don't want them talking about me at all. She's like, I don't want them talking about me behind my back, and I don't want them telling me to my face. And she's like, I just don't want them talking about me at all. And so then I'm like giving her this long speech about how, like, sis, people are going to talk about you. Like, it's nature. It's how it works. And you have to, like, not worry about those things. You not worry about what people think of you, and just be yourself. And as I'm telling her this, I'm sitting here thinking, this is the exact reason that I did not tell people about my surgery, because I didn't want people talking about me, and I didn't want people bringing it up to me personally. Like, I didn't want them to say, oh, that's good for you, or oh, that's a terrible idea, or I think that's horrible, or I don't want people talking about it. So it was like kind of like a weird like, huh, okay. Anyways, I'm not sure what the point of this video is other than to give you guys an update and to say I'm almost in Wonderland, and I may have done a little bit of emotional eating this week, or subconsciously sabotaging me getting into the 199s or whatever. But yeah, so the conversation with Olivia opened my eyes a little bit. That people do talk, and at any age, no one wants to be talked about. Like, no one wants to be talked about negatively. I mean, some people care a lot less than others. I happen to care a lot for whatever reason, and I'm always like, oh, I don't care what people say. I'm my own person. I do what I want to do. Yeah, I got this and that, and no, I totally do. I don't like when people don't like me. It makes me crazy. I'm a likable girl. I'm pretty likable. I mean, kinda. If you like loud and obnoxious and really fucking opinionated and a girl that cusses like a sailor, then I'm a girl right here. So like people, like especially really quiet, like timid people, are really put off by me because I'm like, ah, like loud and kind of obnoxious, and so like as I've gotten older, I've learned to like really tame that down, because I used to hate whenever like the really shy, timid people would be like, oh God. Like anytime I would like talk or be anywhere near them, they're just like so aggravated by me. So as I've gotten older, I've been able to really recognize who those people are and like different personality types, and really like tone it down a little bit for them, because you know I'm a lot to take in. Let's face it. So yeah. Anyway, that's my week 11 update. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask me. Check me out on Facebook. It's facebook.com/candypants. And I will hopefully be back next week. I'm going to Canada this weekend. Sarah, I'm coming to you, baby. Yeah, I'm so excited. Anyways, I'm going up to Canada to play Derby this weekend, and I'm going to hang out with less of Sarah, and it's going to be awesome. And so I'll be back next week for my week 12 update, and hopefully I'll be in Wonderland by next week, like full-fledged in Wonderland. It will be amazing, right? All right, yeah, questions, Facebook, like, subscribe, unlike, say I think you're annoying. Don't do that. It might hurt my feelings. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.